What is up, guys? Back with another video. Brand new day. Man, I was just thinking I would never be down here in Florida if I didn't do what was uncomfortable. For over 2 years, I remember I was calling my cousin sitting on the toilet in the bathroom as a diesel mechanic saying, dude, we should move to Florida. It's so nice and warm down there. And I'm here in DC in the freezing cold and the snow. Felt like I had seasonal depression, clocking into work in the dark. And is telling me what repair order to go get, telling me, oh, you got to do the waste management truck today. Willie called out. You got to pull the trans out and do the rear main seal. The main reason I wanted my own business because I was so sick of people telling me what I had to do every day. Waking up in the morning not knowing what in the world I was going to have to do. Was I going to have to pull a transmission out of a trash truck? Or was I going to have to go get Dennis's coffee? It's like he never made me get his coffee. How many of you guys work for somebody you feel like you're smarter than? If that's you, guess what? I got real good news for you. If you live in America, you're lucky enough to have been born here, or you live here, you don't have to work for someone that you're smarter than. You have the ability to go out and prove it. We have a free market. You can create a business. The internet doesn't know what neighborhood you live in. They don't know anything about you. Ads don't care. Money follows attention. Comment if you work a job you don't like. Let me know what it is that you do for a living. I was a diesel mechanic for 15 years. I worked in Washington, D.C., but I lived in Baltimore, so I drove about 45 minutes every day in the morning at 5 in the morning when the sun was down. Sometimes in the snow or freezing rain. The main problem was that when I was younger, I didn't believe in myself. I didn't believe that I could create something or that I could have a business. I didn't even know what business was. I was just cruising through the streets, and I got a text from my buddy Fetty. He said, take your ass home. Because he saw me out here filming a video cruising the streets. I got no business being out here. Due to the channel, I'm trying to figure out a way to get to financial freedom. More money coming in than I do going out. So I started making these YouTube videos, kind of tell people that they could open up their mind, expand their mind, and think bigger. Whether you're working a 9-to-5 job or you're just a kid that just figures this is how the world works and you're not able to have your own business. You know, or there's some special barrier to entry or there's a gatekeeper and you can't just have a business. But I'll be the first one to tell you, you actually can. It's a lot easier than you think. So I worked as a diesel mechanic for 15 years in Washington, D.C. And my wife and I built an e-commerce business. That wasn't the first thing we tried. I tried 1,000 different things before I had something that worked. But we've had a business since 2013, running successfully with tons of employees, virtual assistants, a physical location, selling in stores wholesale, selling on the internet, being on the Today Show, being in the Oscars gift lounge. But it all started with being sick and tired of being sick and tired and wanting to figure out a way to get ahead. I was 23, she was 20. And my son was born with what's called a tracheatic esophageal fistula. Wife's working as a cashier, newborn baby, not enough money coming in as there is going out, try to figure out a way to get ahead. So first I was doing detailing. I was detailing cars, trying to figure out a way to get ahead, make extra money. Then it turned into computer repair because I removed a virus from my laptop. Turned into a little business. Then I was selling t-shirts. To make a long story short, I started selling products at festivals. Products from like Alibaba. But I got a little taste of internet sales when I put some fake Uggs from actually it was from AliExpress on eBay. And I sold them quick, dude. It was around Christmas time and I actually had to ask my mom to borrow her credit card so I could fulfill the orders. I tried selling things on the internet. I didn't have any success. So then we found a festival and I was like, let's go sell these at a festival. The very first one, it wasn't even a festival. It was like a farmer's market. I had a little 4-foot plastic table in Glen Burnie, Maryland. And I was selling like cheap little Chinese jewelry that I got off of Alibaba. But we sold everything. And I made like almost half of my paycheck in a few hours. And then my mind just freaking expanded. Like that Jack Johnson song, Upside Down, he says, let your mind spread its wings. That's what it was like, dude. It was like my mind spread its wings. I'm like, I'm gonna turn the whole thing upside down. What they say is impossible has yet to be found. That's I like that child song, dude. I have 4 kids and I was listening to it with my newborn. I'm like, damn, dude, Jack Johnson's got it figured out. I know what he's saying. I know what he's talking about. We've walled off our mind. You forgot how powerful your imagination is. I'm gonna leave this video right here. Whoever wants to watch it, I appreciate you. Subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna go more in depth on what the topic of this video in another video. But I'll see you guys in the next video. I appreciate you guys watching.